Welcome Cancerians to your reading for the 22nd to the 31st of May 2024. So just a heads up before we begin, there is a full moon in Sagittarius on the 23rd of May. There is also a lot going on with Jupiter and Venus at present. I'm not an astrologer, but you might want to look at your birth chart, maybe look at some astrology videos, current astrology videos or articles or whatever if you want to see if that's relevant to you. So we're going to start off with a message from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, first of all. And these messages are intended to be like mini readings, mini messages. So let's see what comes out for you. So first of all, an oracle card. So messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. You have 3. You've got quite a bit then. So you have Fox Spirit, Think on Your Feet. That is actually one of my favorite cards in the deck. You also have Dear Spirit, Bring a Gentle Touch. And I can see it's blurred. You also have Horse, and this is absolutely one of my favorites as well, Horse Spirit. Freedom is yours. Right, so I can see that it's still blurred, which drives me up the wall. Let's get your tarot cards out as well. So what do you Cancerians need to know? Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. You got the 10 of Pentacles. Wow, nobody's gotten that yet today. You have the Tower. You also have the King of Cups. I will take those. There's quite a few, but I'll take them. So I think the Knight of Cups is next. Nine of Cups. 4 of Swords. So the very first thought that comes to mind is if someone here is leaving a job or wants to leave a job, or wants to wants to find or initiate their own way of earning a living. That is the first thing that comes to mind here. I think because of that Think on Your Feet, Freedom is yours, and the 10 of Pentacles and the other stuff that's there, that is something that comes to mind straight off. You might be wanting a new career. You might just have had enough of your job and just think, I can't do this anymore. But that comes to mind. I mean, the Think on Your Feet card, that would be where you would have to find a different way if you're leaving a job to have a source of income, wouldn't you? And it would give you freedom as well. So let's look at the 10 of Pentacles. Although I know that self-employment it's not easy. It's probably more work than an actual job because it's just all the responsibilities on you and probably putting in more hours, but it's a different feeling. But anyway, let's clarify the 10 of Pentacles first of all and see what that says. So you've got the 9 of Cups first of all in reverse. So as I say, it's giving a feeling of wanting a more satisfactory, fulfilling even way of having income, having a source of income. Somebody could be going through a divorce as well. That comes to mind here. And with that, where it says bring a gentle touch, that could be if there's been a lot of conflict, which you've got a 5 of Swords here next to me, but you can't see it on camera yet. If there's a divorce or separation and there's been a lot of conflict, there may be a need to bring a bit of a gentle touch to kind of get a better outcome with that. I don't know why, if there's issues with inheritance coming to mind, probably because the 10 of Pentacles is there. If there's any issues or conflicts around inheritance as well, there may be a need to bring in a bit of a gentle touch there to resolve things if there's conflict. Right, we've got the 7 of Pentacles. We have 5 of Swords and the Empress. Yeah. The job issue, work, career issue is the strongest one that's coming up, and that may only be for one person. That is the strongest message coming up at present, is someone wanting to find a more satisfactory way of earning a living and having a source of income. It's almost like, I mean, I can see the conflict there with that Five of Swords. So somebody might be in a really horrible work environment. And even if it's not the environment, it may be the hours are conflicting, maybe you're exhausted, could be a number of things, but there's something about it, it doesn't quite honor you, with the Empress in reverse there. And then with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like saying, this is just not worth it. It's not worth my time and energy. Someone could be close to retirement, possibly, and thinking, how the hell can I get out of this early? Let's have a look at that Tower card. If there's something about a relationship, a romantic relationship, well, I've already said divorce, but even if you're not married, there could be concerns around, there could be a whole financial aspect to the relationship that's having a big impact, where if you leave it, that will be an issue, and that could be the problem, or part of the problem. But let's look at the Tower. So you've got the Four of Wands and the Tower. The Four of Wands can represent home, can't it? And then you've got the Tower, so divorce is one possibility. Four of Wands can also be a representation of security and stability as well. And then with the Tower there, it's like tearing that down. What else do we need to know for the Tower? Page of Swords. So someone here might have learned something that's put a spanner in the works with a work situation or a relationship or a marriage, and that has been something that's pushed, that's been a push for this Tower, for everything to fall down. It could also be where if something's already fallen down, that there's a need now to excuse me, investigate ways to put things back together, or to rebuild. You've got the King of Pentacles here is in reverse, and that's not good. There's definitely been an impact to someone's security one way or another, to someone's stability and sense of security, very likely financial or physical. Let's look at the King of Cups. So you've got the Lovers, the Three of Wands, and the Devil. I mean, to me, that is mainly an energy of just wanting something different. Wanting something more, wanting something different. Not wanting to feel held back. Let's look at the Knight of Cups. That's a lot of cards, so I will take them. It is quite a lot, but... So you've got the Three of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Six of Wands. That feels like the energy of where if somebody is, pretty much what I'm already saying, if somebody's already in the process of, or they've done it, or they're in the process of doing it, or thinking about, sort of, I'm not sure what the right words are for I want to say leaving something behind, to be honest. That's the only way I can put it. Leaving things behind. If you've been in a situation, whether it is work or something else, where you've been hurt, it's leaving that behind. It's like finally standing up for yourself, to leave it, to let go of the burden, leave it behind, and follow your heart, basically. Let's look at the Nine of Cups. I mean, that is typically about satisfaction. It's a new journey. It's a desire to get more satisfaction by going on a new journey, whether it is a new journey as in literally a new job, being a single person if you were married, or in a relationship. It's literally a new journey, but it will be more satisfying, and you're willing to do the work, to put the effort in to explore that and make it happen. I mean, obviously, if it's a job situation, if you've only just decided to leave or whatever, you may have to put in work of making plans of how to progress and move forward in it. Again, if it's a relationship, if there's a real financial aspect where you'll be impacted big time by it, like say if you live in a house with your partner, it's going to have a massive impact, and there's going to have to be work and plans. Plans will need to be made and figured out to so that you don't end up bloody homeless, would be one thing to think of. But yeah, let's look at that Four of Swords. It feels like a need for peace, wanting peace, because as I say, there's an energy of oh God, that's loads. I will take them, but it is quite a lot. There's an energy of conflict. So you've got the Four of Wands, the Moon, the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and Strength all in reverse. So for some, this would be the planning of, I want to say escape. It would be the planning of it, of how to, you still want to have that, you still want security, you still want to feel safe and secure, but it's like a need to plan things. And with the Moon there, it's kind of like, and with the Moon and the Knight of Pentacles, there's an element of keeping it to yourself, keeping your plans to yourself, which sometimes it's not a bad thing. You need to get clear in your mind of what you want to do and how you want to do it. But it is a bit of holding back as well, like not making a move until you've figured things out properly. Yeah, so there's not really much to add to that. There's just a sense of planning here. I mean, if you are someone who's thought about leaving something behind and you've had doubts about it and thought, oh, I don't know if I should do this, it's going to be a complete disaster, I would say the reading is, I mean, 100% use your own discernment. You know your situation, your life. If it's going to be ridiculously detrimental to you, then, you know, do what's best for you. But for some, if you have been thinking about leaving something behind, to start anew and to feel more independent, more satisfied, then this feels like a nudge that, yeah, it's a green light. But give it careful consideration with that Four of Swords. Don't sort of rush into, don't rush into anything. So I think that's everything that I'm picking up. Yeah, I said don't rush. You've got the bring a gentle touch there. Sometimes that is where you need to sort of, you know, when you really want to do something, sometimes you feel aggressively like, I've got to do it right now. That would be more of an energy of just take your time with it. Don't rush. Don't aggressively try to force anything to happen. Just take your time. So yeah, I think I'll leave that there. That's everything I've got for the present. So thank you for supporting the channel and take care. Welcome Scorpio to your reading for the 22nd to the 31st of May 2024. Just a heads up before we begin, there is a full moon in Sagittarius on the 23rd of May. There's also quite a bit going on with Jupiter and Venus at present. I'm not an astrologer, but if you want to look up your birth chart or watch astrology videos for the current astrology, look at articles that might help you to understand how that impacts you at present. We're going to start off with a message from the Spirit Animal Oracle. And the messages are for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. So let's see what you get. Am I going to take all of them? You've got 4. I'm going to try that again. I mean, the peace one came out pretty clearly, but I'm going to try that again because they kind of just flew quite dramatically all over the place. And there's a lot of them and it just gets confusing when there's too many. So try that again. Can we just have one for Scorpio, please? There we go. You've got Grasshopper Spirit, take a leap of faith. So I'm hoping that that unblurs. No, it doesn't. Okay. Let's get your tarot cards out as well. So for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising, what do they need to know? You've got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, which perfectly goes with that because that's a feeling of reluctance. With the Knight of Pentacles there like that and that card, that is a real feeling of reluctance for whatever you wanting to do. You've got the Wheel of Fortune there. What else? Seven of Wands, reluctance again. Reluctance for something to change, it looks like. Why are so many coming out? Okay, yeah, I get it now. Right, so you've got the Queen of Pentacles, Three of Swords and Temperance. And this now explains why that peace card came out with the Temperance card there. You want, I would say you want peace. Whatever you do, you want peace in it or peace of mind with it. Let's get clarifying. So the way I'm looking at it here is there's something that you want to do, but there's a bit of reluctance. There is a bit of reluctance. there is encouragement with the take a leap of faith card to go for it, but we'll continue to clarify just in case. If you want things to change, I would say it's needed, but there really is. I mean, Seven of Wands here with this particular reading, it's an energy of resistance. I get the energy of that Queen of Pentacles, of a desire to take the safe option, to do what's safe and practical. I would say Three of Swords is wanting to avoid getting hurt, but let's look at that Knight of Pentacles first. The Moon. Nine of Pentacles. Anything else? I nearly said Ten of Pentacles then. Ten of Cups. Let's get one more. Strength. So that's like a need to have the courage to do what you want to do. But it's almost like, you know, like the Moon can be hidden emotions, can't it? You've got the Nine of Pentacles there and the Ten of Cups. It's almost like pushing down your desires, or what you feel will make you happy. It could be something relating to independence as well, like you're pushing down whatever it is that will lead to your sense of independence. But there is a bit of I'm feeling a resistance energy. Let's look at the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. So you've got the Seven of Wands again. It's a resistance. There's resistance here. Anything else? Ace of Swords. It feels like, you know, when you know that there's something you have to do, or if you want a certain outcome or experience, there's something you have to do. It's kind of resistance to that. Let's look at the Seven of Wands on its own. And if it resonates, you'll know what this means. You've got the Three of Pentacles there. It feels like not letting anyone in with that Seven of Wands. Like, say if you knew that there were people that could help you to do something that you want to do, or that you could work with on something that you want to do, it's like not wanting to let them in. And it could be fear of disappointment, because the Four of Cups is coming out. Like, you fear that they won't live up to what you need help with, or what you need to do. It could be fear of disappointment. But there's a feeling of not letting anyone in, deciding not to work with other people. There might be a lack of trust there. May have been hurt in the past. You've got the Five of Cups, or disappointed in the past. So it's like, no, I'm not getting into that kind of situation again. Six of Wands there. For someone, it might even be just a case of wanting to do it by yourself. Like wanting to prove yourself that I can do this by myself. With that Six of Wands there. Let's look at the Queen of Pentacles. Ace, yep, safe option. The Ace of Wands is pure passion, fire. It's a spark. It's where you just want to go. You want a new chapter and you just want to go for it. With that Queen of Pentacles, as I said, it feels like she's choosing the safe. She's staying where it's safe. Like, she knows her worth and she knows her value, but she's staying too safe. If that makes sense. Get one more for that. That's quite a bit. We've got the Empress, the Queen of Cups, and the Hanged Man. So yeah, that is really interesting, because you've got the Empress and the Queen of Cups there. There really is a feeling of I would say you know your worth. That's not an issue. You definitely know your worth, and because of that, there's a reluctance. It's like if you were someone that had started dating again, and people were showing interest, but because you've been hurt before and you've had to build up this sense of self-worth, and you know your worth, and you've been through the bad experiences, and you're never going to put yourself through that shit again. It's like now it's being too safe and just not, like being too slow to engage, or overthinking. Even for me, the Hanged Man can be overthinking. It's just wanting to be safe. But then nothing will change in life. If you want to if you're trying to be too safe, it becomes stagnant. Sometimes you do need to take a leap of faith and trust that you'll be able to deal with whatever. I mean, that's temperance as well, is being able to, why am I hearing that corny phrase about making lemons out of lemonade? Like, even if things don't go exactly the way you want, trust that you've been through enough and you know you're worth enough that you can handle whatever happens along the way. Three of Swords, I said it's like a fear. You don't want to get hurt. I don't even know if it's a fear. I don't even think I feel, unless the devil comes out and the devil's peeking out under here, I don't even necessarily feel fear. It's just like a determination that nobody's going to hurt me, you know? And it might not be in a relationship, it might be another situation, but Eight of Wands. With this Eight of Wands here, I wouldn't be surprised if someone watching this has been love bombed in the past. And that's part of the protective energies. If you've been love bombed, then you know that the person's, it's an experience of someone being fake with you, isn't it? Where they're pretending that they're into you and making promises that they're not going to keep. So I can understand how you would feel. The devil did come out in the end. However, he's in reverse. So that, and the Justice card came out as well. That makes me, again, I don't think you're scared. I don't think it's fear. It's just more of a determination that nobody's going to fuck me over again. If I'm going to put it bluntly, nobody's going to fuck me over. Sorry, I'm just looking at the camera because I feel like something weird was going on with it then. It's just me. Yeah, so I don't think it's fear. I think it's just a determination that you're going to protect yourself. I'm just getting, I don't, if you've seen any of my other videos, I might have mentioned that Terminator is, well, Terminator, the first one, and the Terminator 2 Judgment Day are one of my favourite, or two of my favourite films ever. And I'm getting the vibes of when the Terminator in Terminator 2 is sent to protect John Connor. And it's like you've got that Terminator vibe about you where, say John Connor is your heart, as weird as this sounds, John Connor's your heart and you're the Terminator protecting your heart. And it's like nobody's going to touch John Connor. Let's just look at the Temperance card. I use a lot of movie references, don't I? I think it's because I did film studies at university and I just love film, so it helps me to navigate life. I've developed a lot of philosophies from watching films. Even from the silliest films, something interesting can come of it. Temperance. The World. Ten of Wands. Nine of Cups, yeah. So again, there is obviously the element of peace. I said you want your peace. You want your peace of mind. However, again, I'll reiterate, you got to trust that whatever happens, you can start again. You can deal with it. You can deal with the burdens. You can deal with any burden and get yourself back to a point of satisfaction. So I think that's it. So it's a nudge. As I say, it's a nudge. You, again, use your discernment. You'll know if this feels right for you, the gut feelings. I don't know if you saw my message on the community page about the 3-second rule. The post up on the community page, but yeah, it's a nudge that if you are someone who's considering taking a leap of faith, but you're trying to be safe, it probably is the right time to take a leap of faith. I'm going to leave your message there, Scorpio. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Take care. Welcome to your message, Pisces, for the 22nd to the 31st of May 2024. So just a heads up, there is a full moon in Sagittarius on the 23rd of May. There's also a lot going on with Jupiter and Venus at present. So I'm not an astrologer, but if you want to look up your own birth chart, maybe look at some articles or videos to do with the current astrology, you might find that helpful and see how that's relevant for you. We're going to start off with a Spirit Animal Oracle deck, first of all, for you. So for Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising, what do you need to know? Right, I will take the 3. That's not too bad. So you have Rabbit Spirit, now is a lucky time. You also have Canary Spirit, sing your own song. And was it Cancer that got this one as well? Bring a gentle touch. So I can see it's blurred, but let's get your tarot cards out. I kind of feel like if you have begun a new endeavor, that sounds really formal. If you started something new, begun a new endeavor, whatever it is, with whoever it is, I mean, you've got the whole sing your own song thing. So that's about being yourself, isn't it? And there's this phrase that has come up a lot when I've done personal readings for other people over the last couple of months about not by force, not by force. So it's almost saying whatever you're doing, be yourself. Obviously, if you have to stand up for yourself in any particular way, then yeah, do that. But there's just something about not by force, like you can't make people like you. There are certain things, you can't force certain things to happen. And that comes to mind with that bring a gentle touch as well. But let's get you tarot cards out. It's gonna, I mean, one example I can give, you know, like if you're dating people or a particular person, you know, sometimes for some of us, I've done this myself quite a lot and I'm trying to grow out of it. I think I have started to grow out of it. Is where you want to make people, I mean, naturally we want people to like us, don't we? And especially if it's romantic, you want the person to like you, especially if you like them, you're going to want them to like you. But where I would say bring a gentle touch and not by force comes in is if you were in that situation, not trying to do or say things to make the person like you. I mean, and it's not necessarily malicious, is it? Sometimes it's just like, it's very innocent that you just want them to like you. But not doing things that are probably contrived or not really you, you know, like you have to be yourself. You can't pretend to be, well, you can pretend to be someone else to make someone like you, and maybe they will even like you if you are acting as someone else, but it's not genuine, is it? There's not integrity in it. And it's not honoring you either, because you're having to fake something that sounds, I don't mean it that harshly when I say fake, but you're having to be something or someone that you're not for someone to treat you as valuable, and it's not right. They should value you just as yourself. Anyway, I'll get off that trip and get the cards out because I'll babble on about that forever. So first of all, you have the 8 of Pentacles. And this could relate to jobs as well. Where if you're trying to get a job, I know that a lot of people encourage lying, which maybe there are some things that you need to lie about, like your amount of years experience, or you can if you want to. But at the heart of it, if you're going to go for a job, these people are going to see you day in or day out. Eventually, if you're wearing a mask, they're going to figure it out, aren't they? So even something like that, if you're going for interviews and stuff, you're going to have to be yourself. You might tell a few tales, but at the heart of it, you're going to have to be yourself, because they'll figure out if you're full of shit eventually, won't they? That sounds really harsh, but... Right, so we have the 9 of Cups, the 8 of Swords, and the Moon. Okay, I'm going to clarify. I mean, the work thing came up because of the 8 of Pentacles. There is something here as well, though, with that 9 of... Well, all of it, to be honest. I was just going to say with the 9 of Cups, but with all of it. Again, about not being yourself. It's an effort to fake something, to fake who you are. And I don't mean that in the malicious sense, but to try and be someone you're not. It takes effort, and eventually you run out of steam and you can't keep that facade up forever. That's one thing that comes to mind. It can also be an indicator that... about growing out of putting on a facade or a mask as well. There was something else that came to mind. Oh, just the whole exhaustion of, I think the main point was the exhaustion of putting on a mask, because the Moon can be hidden emotions as well. 9 of Cups is clearly someone not satisfied. The 8 of Swords is kind of an indication to free yourself, really. But let's take a look at these. So 8 of Pentacles, and I'm worried that my battery is going to die because this thing is not charging up properly, but we'll see what happens. See, that's interesting, isn't it? I said that you can run out of steam, and I'm talking about the battery not charging properly today. Right. I think it's overworked. The camera's overworked, but anyway. 8 of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. You got the Queen of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Ace. So yeah, it's a be yourself energy. Whatever situation you are in, you have to be yourself. It's hard work trying to wear a mask or put on a facade or to portray yourself as something you're not, or even trying to be. You know, when you feel like you have to be more of something or less of something, it's freaking hard work. And yeah, we can all improve ourselves and do the work and such, but if you're just doing it to gain favor with other people or for other people to see you as valuable or whatever it is, yeah, it's not it's not genuine, is it? It's not coming from, it's not necessarily coming from you, or if you feel like you're just doing it to fit in or whatever, it's not coming from you. Let's look at the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, please. Temperance, it's disharmony, it's dissatisfaction and disharmony with that Nine of Cups if there's any kind of facade going on. You have the Strength card in reverse and the Emperor in reverse. That's a really disempowered, it is quite disempowered, to be honest. And I swear the deck is upright. This has just been happening all day. A lot of the cards are coming out reversed. I don't know why that is. It's just how it is today. But yeah, it's a disempowered energy. It's not having the, for me, the Emperor and Strength card in reverse together, it's not having the courage to be yourself and show who you really are and how, and your power. It could even be that you're in a situation where you're making yourself smaller for whatever reason. It could be at work for whatever reason. You're making yourself smaller. Maybe there's intimidation of some sort, or you just want to keep your head down. It can be in a relationship where you don't want to make the other person feel like shit, so you make yourself smaller. You know, say if you were with someone who wasn't very confident or had a certain trigger or insecurity, so you make yourself smaller in some way. Like say if you dated somebody who was insecure about their appearance and you're very attractive, and you decide, oh, you know what, I'm not gonna wear clothes that show my body off the best, or I'm not gonna do my hair in a certain way, or like I'm gonna tone everything down basically because I don't want them to feel like shit. It's like, why should you have to do that? Yeah, you can 100% be considerate of their insecurity and talk them through it, but why should you have to tone yourself down to make them feel better? That was a weird one. But anyway, let's look at the Eight of Swords. You have the Hanged Man and the Page of Cups. So that is like a desire to be more vulnerable and to show up as you really are, but feeling like you're in two minds. Like you want to free yourself, but you don't know. Again, like I said with the previous example about toning yourself down a little bit. So you've got the Two of Wands and the Three of Swords. So you might not want to hurt someone's feelings, or you might be concerned that your feelings will get hurt if you do something a certain way or choose a certain thing. Let's look at the Moon. Four of Wands and the Hierophant in reverse. Eight of Pentacles, the Moon. Again, for me, this is an energy of toning yourself down, not necessarily showing your full potential or who you are to the full extent. But with the Hierophant in reverse, it's like a disagreement. It's like even if you disagree with the rules or the way things are done, you may still be toning things down. So the whole reading is basically encouragement to be yourself, sing your own song, not by force. You can't force things to work out. You can't force people to like you. And if you're wearing any kind of mask, or there's a facade, or you're trying to be someone you're not, it's to let go of that. So I don't think there's anything else I can add. I'll leave your reading there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. Take care.